Hey Cadillac fans, Daniel here, and in this episode I get to drive the CT4-V Blackwing on the track. Finally, I've been thinking about it a lot. I wanted to know what it was like because I've already driven the CT5-V Blackwing on the track at the Cadillac V Performance Academy out near Las Vegas, and that was a blast. But there's always this overarching notion that the 4 is a better track car. I know everybody wants the 5, it's got all the horsepower, it's those king of American sedans and stuff, but you know, they say that the 4 is a better track car. So why? Well, we're gonna find out. This all happened at Buttonwillow Raceway in Bakersfield, California. The Cadillac V-Club had an HPDE event there, so it was all V-Club members. And one of the vice presidents of the club, John Charpentier, he really wanted me to drive his car, his 22 CT4-V Blackwing, because he just felt I needed to experience it, and I happily obliged. Now, I can't say he completely trusted me, but he said he did, except he kept saying, you're gonna be careful, right? I think he said that twice, and then when I got back, I said, oh boy! And he said, what happened? So, I love John. Thank you so much for trusting me enough to take your car on the track, John. But I took it easy. First of all, because it's not my car. Number 2, I didn't know the car that well. Number 3, it was my first time at Buttonwillow, although I already did a few sessions in my CTS. And lastly, I don't think either of us had track insurance on the car, so it's important to not go balls out. So real quick, we're gonna get to the warm-up laps. I'll leave in my comments and edit it for length, but we'll leave in the hot lap, and then the cool down lap I'll edit as well. But at the end, we'll talk. I usually talk a lot at the beginning of my videos. We're gonna talk at the end for those of you interested. I wanna talk about this car compared to the CT5-V Blackwing, compared to my cts-v Sport, compared to my Porsche Cayman GT4, the car I usually drive at the track. As well as, you know, the Camaro, because that's pretty much the CT4's closest relative. So we'll chat all about that at the end, but let's go drive the CT4-V Blackwing at Buttonwillow. Now I apologize, this isn't the most cinematic review. I had minimal equipment. I didn't really plan for this, but after experiencing the CT4-V Blackwing on the track, I just wanted to share it with you. I'm also running the new Draggy lap timing system, and unfortunately my fingers didn't quite hit the record button, so there's no video, but it did record the lap timing. So much better. So much better. Already. I mean, autocrossing this car is gonna be fun. Oh, smooth brake application. Nice turn in. Oh my God. The brakes. Oh, the brakes. They're so great. Oh, so badass. Oh, the brakes are perfect. I love it. Woohoo! This thing, the turn in is so much better. Less body roll. Brakes are great. 125, 26 in the back straight. I could have gone a little longer. I'm scared too. Oh, wow. Oh!
God, I gotta brake later in this car. It's so good. Oh, I want to go flat out, but it's scared. Glad this isn't a manual because I need my left foot to hang on. Holy crap. Alright, taking another second off. Okay, I should have laid apex a little more. Alright, we'll do a cooler lap now. Take it easy. My arm is like, oh, okay. Woo. Yes. Oh, it's so much thrust. Wow. I love the top end thrust on this thing. Woo-hoo. That was fantastic. Just, you know, my car's got some miles, but you can feel the suspension is so much tighter. The brakes are incredible. They're just smooth, they're solid. The brake pedal is great. Steering is, initially, it's soft, like maybe, but it is. I love it. Oh boy!
What happened?
It was incredible.
You know why I did this? I wanted you to see. I love my cts-v, but do you know why I drive this all the time?
Did you just sell a car, John?
I don't know if I did, but now I think now he knows why I don't drive my cts-v on the track anymore.
I beat my CTS time by a second on my second lap.
That's kind of awesome.
I mean, not surprising, but
That's still pretty awesome.
you know, and I wasn't. It's John's car. It's not like I was hooning it.
All right, so obviously the CT4-V Blackwing, I found it super favorable. Comparing it to the CT5-V Blackwing when I went to the V Performance Academy, these cars are very different. So why do I love the 4 so much? Well, the 5 I know is king of American super sedans or whatever, and it's fast. Insane power to weight ratio, like what, 6.2 pounds per horsepower I've got on my notes here. That's nuts, folks. And that is the primary reason the CT5-V Blackwing gets better lap times. But I can guarantee you that if the CT4-V Blackwing had the same power to weight ratio, it would blow the doors off the CT5-V Blackwing. Why, folks? This is because the 4 is just a better handling car. It's smaller, it's lighter, it's a shorter wheelbase, it's more nimble. It just feels better. And it's kind of like having the right tool for the job. You can use needle nose pliers to get a bolt off, but it's going to be awkward, it's going to be a pain, you're going to damage the bolt, but you get the right wrench, the right length, the right angle, all of a sudden something that was challenging is easy. And that's what it was like driving the CT4-V Blackwing on the track. It was confidence inspiring. I knew what it was going to do, and I just felt like I could keep pushing it. The CT5-V Blackwing was crazy rocket ship, but I had to manage it a lot more in the turns, watching the understeer and the oversteer, and then trying to throttle in out of the turns. It was so much power, you just had to manage it. That means more work, right? You got people you manage at work, and they're a pain in the butt, you got more work. When they work right, it's an easy job, and that is what it's like. And this is why the CT4-V Blackwing is a better track car. The Camaro SS 1LE package, one of the best track weapons for a budget out there. And these two cars are almost identical. Same power to weight ratio. They have almost the exact same lap times, the Lightning lap. That tells you a lot, but you're gonna get, of course, some more of the niceties and that special Cadillac feel, right? Now, my normal track car is the Porsche Cayman GT4, right? One of the best sports cars, you know, made out there, they say. It is incredible to drive and confidence inspiring. It is the right tool for the job, but it is also a really harsh ride. You have that firm suspension, but in combination, it's harsh, like teeth jarring harsh. Yes, I know there's worse cars out there. In the Cadillac, that third gen mag ride suspension gives you a firm ride, but not harsh. It's just so nice, and it's a better car, of course, on the street. I hate driving the GT4 on the street, but the CT4, those are very similar sounding words. It just does everything, and that is really cool, and that's why I think it's better for most people. And if you're in the Cadillac world and you want to upgrade from your older car, I think you should get this, especially if you plan on going to the track. But if you're just a cruiser or you want to go to the drag strip that you can run a low 11 quarter mile time in the 120s, fine. But there's more to life, folks, and this is where it's at. So much fun. I could just imagine going to the track with this and driving home without any issues. I mean, John did it. John, who owns this car, drove from Seattle down to Buttonwillow, drove it on a 100-degree day for 6 sessions, actually 7 sessions, because I put the 7th session on it, and it performed flawlessly. It felt great from the beginning to the end. Now, comparing the CT4-V Blackwing to my cts-v Sport, the V Sport had a lightning lap of 3 minutes and 6.8 seconds. Pretty bad compared, because it's just not engineered for the track like the Blackwing. The Blackwing has more aerodynamic downforce than any Cadillac, better power to weight ratio. With a tune on my car, yes, it has a very similar power to weight ratio, but on the hot day, my car was pulling boost, so it definitely didn't have that. But overall, you know, the CTS is longer again. It's heavier by like 150 pounds. And that makes a difference, folks. I was managing understeer, oversteer all the time. It didn't press me into the seat at the top end like the CT4-V did. And the brakes just were not confidence inspiring. It was more work to drive. And again, that's why the CT4-V Blackwing is the right tool for the job. So by the end of the day, I really had to hold back the thoughts of, I've got to buy one of these. One thing that holds me back, unfortunately, sorry Cadillac, it's still an ugly car. I just can't get over it. The CT5, I didn't like it first. It's totally grown on me. It's beautiful in person, but I just can't get on the CT4-V Blackwing's looks. But the qualities of the CT4-V Blackwing as far as driving, and it just makes up for whatever looks that you can't, you know, approve of, especially if you're going to be taking it to the track. So, yeah. That's what I have to say about the CT4-V Blackwing, my experience from the Cadillac world and even in the Porsche GT car world. I mean, I was just as happy in that car as I am on the GT4 for sure. I like looking at my Porsche a little more. Sorry, again, Cadillac, but yeah. So if you appreciated this little review and drive, please hit the like button, subscribe, and consider hitting the bell so you're notified of more Cadillac content. There's more coming. Be sure to check out my other videos. I'm going to be testing out the Draggy Lap, review of the V-Club Buttonwillow Race Day. Yeah, all lots of fun. So check out those videos. Thanks so much for watching the Jet Fueling channel. We'll see you next time.